But anyway, you ready, baby? It started already?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, y'all. Should just start the video and walk off.
That's just how real it is.
That's how real it is.
You know what I'm saying?
But hey, this is JD on another episode of JD's Man Cave. And I have my star-studded panel with me today. Believe me, you about to get it real, raw, and uncut, baby. We doing this every week, every Saturday. We black men talking about black men's issues. And once again, I'm in love with what we doing. So here we are. I got my man, Steve Bobineau, over here on the end.
What it do?
Yes,
Clark
sir.
representative, baby. I'm Clark to the fullest.
From the Clark.
Out the street.
I got my boy Big Red Joe in the house again from Sunnyside, Texas, Checkerhole, Texas. Exactly. And then I got my boy Reverend KJ in the house.
S.A. Fools, niggas used for South Park.
S.A. Food, baby. And it's me again, JD, your host from the 8100 block of Herschelwood, baby, where it don't get no better. Sweeter in the streeter. There you go. But yeah, we here to talk about black men's issues and some things that have been going on in this neighborhood, and just things that we need to talk about as black men. We like to start our conversations with some of these issues that we have, that people have checked in with us and told us what's going on. So let me pull the first category we're gonna talk about today, fellas. Is that cool with y'all?
For sure. Go ahead, man.
All right. I don't know who wrote this. Third grade look like. Okay, I like this topic. Let's talk about dating while black. Woo, dating while black.
Hey, do I come to talk to y'all thing, man? I got more than 2 cents. I got a whole dollar to put on that.
They say if you throw a rock, who would hit or hurt and hurt, they'll holler. You heard it from Reverend KJ. This nigga's hurt.
I just want to know if I count, because I'm light skinned.
Yeah, you still count.
Okay.
Yeah.
I ain't know if I get a half vote.
You don't think you black? Get stopped by the police. I bet you they'll real shoot your ass.
Hey, I worked in South Park next to you, man. You know I got stopped.
That'll reconfirm it. I promise you. One stop by the laws, you'll know you black. Before you get downtown, you'll know you black. If the swelling ain't went down. But anyway, yeah. So how y'all fellas feel about dating while black? Boy, this is a hell of a topic here.
I'm gonna let y'all go with y'all, man.
Well, I'm gonna have to turn over to KJ because he's the only one. Well, I guess I don't know about Bobby here, but you're not married. I've been married for 10 years now, so I've been out that game for a long time.
But Reg, we still got stories to tell.
Oh,
we still remember. I promise you, it's been 10 years, but you ain't got retarded in 10
Just
years.
because you're out the game, man,
Yeah,
I don't mean you ain't never
exactly.
played on the field.
Exactly. So what you think, KJ? Talk to us about dating while black,
well,
man.
I mean, honestly, it varies. My perspective on it is honestly this. You have so many things that are in place when it comes to not just black men in particular, but black people in general. And there are so many obvious and inobvious things that are in place to keep the black household divided.
Right.
And a lot of females buy into it.
Right.
She got her own car. She got her own crib. You know, she make her own money. She take care of her own kids. She take up. Number one, you don't deserve a parade for that. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right. Exactly.
Let's
talk about that.
Number two, if you have all of that, it's still certain things from a feminine standpoint that you are not capable of doing. I hate when I hear females say, I'm the mama and the daddy. No, you are a phenomenal mother. You are a phenomenal mother, but you're not the mama and the daddy. And a scenario I like to give in situations like that is this. If you got a little girl,
Right.
and she going through some stuff,
Uh-huh.
you can call her in the house, say she 10 years old.
Okay.
You can call her in the front room, baby girl, come here. And you can sit there and talk to her about whatever it is she's dealing with.
Right.
And what you are telling her is grade A information, grade A knowledge, grade A perspective.
Right.
And she's listening out of respect for the fact that you her daddy,
Exactly.
but it's not totally registered. Queenie, on the other hand, can sit her down in the room on the bed and have the exact same conversation, say the exact same thing, but because they have that cerebral connection, both of them being females,
Right.
it resounds with her more from Queenie than it does from you. Not saying that she disrespected or disregarded what you said,
I believe me,
but
I
because they have that
understand.
parallel, because they have
Exactly.
that bond, both of them being of the fair sex,
Yeah.
It means more to her. So ladies, y'all gotta get off all that, I'm a mama and a daddy, because you're not. Number two, my last point, I'm gonna let these cats go say what they gotta say. You have to understand that there are so many things in place, again, like I started this statement by saying, against the black person. The women, not saying y'all have it easy, I'm not saying that at all, so don't get my words misconstrued. What I am saying, because you're a female, God forbid if you're attractive, you're allowed certain things that black men aren't. So we have to go that extra mile. We have to put in that extra effort just to certify ourselves, just to get the approval of whomever our potential employee is. And once we get in the door, we still have to give 3 times more than everybody else. Because there's so much stuff that's in place. There's so many stigmas. He lazy. He ain't gonna be on time. He not a good daddy. He this, he that, whatever. So when you meet somebody, he may not be where you want him to be at that moment. But if he actually has an agenda, a game plan, and to some degree focus, trust me, what you don't appreciate right there and now, somebody else gonna appreciate later on down the line. Because this dude is, for lack of better terms, is a natural hustler. And his hustle is to be progressive.
All right. Y'all heard it from KJ. Let me explain something to you. That had not a whole lot to do with dating while black, but you said a bunch of shit. Well, wait a minute, let me finish saying what I said. I just want y'all to know, KJ hurt. Y'all need to come rescue this nigga. This nigga's hurt, man. He's going through some things with y'all out there, and I understand. Yeah. Quit lying. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you the real. You know, JD ain't pulling no punches, baby. And my homeboy hurt. He need a good woman. Y'all need to come rescue this nigga. This nigga work every day. He bust his ass. He out there trying to do his thing. This is a real black man right here. He needs some help. Just like you need some help. You need to come get this nigga. But anyway, we're going to talk about dating while black. Bob, no, you got something you want to talk about with this black man and woman dating dynamic?
Man, look, I've been out the game more than 20 years, man.
Bro, that don't mean your ass can't throw a pass. You still know how to throw a pass, Negro.
Hey, man, I got to go home, man.
Okay, hey, call me. Call me.
She watching right now.
Call me. You can come make a pallet on my floor, man, until she calm down.
Man, your floor's been cold, man.
Oh, it's cold all over the house. I keep like a meat lock at the crib. But anyway.
Nah, man, I think dating while black, I think one of the hardest things for the brothers is you got a lot of women, man, professional women, who, like you say, they're making that money.
Right.
Some brothers, man, that's intimidated by that.
Right.
I got a lot of female coworkers, being a teacher.
Right.
And they making good money. I can't find a good man. I can't find a man. I'm like, well, I'm not saying lower your standards, but maybe accept that blue collar brother.
Right.
Just because you in the school environment, you got a salary, that doesn't mean that brother that's going to work every day like you, being a barber,
right.
Going in every day making your money is not a good brother.
Right.
I know some brothers, some good brothers. Well, I ain't say good, but I know some guys professional ain't shit.
Exactly. That's what I've been.
and turn away a whole bunch of women, turn a bunch of women off to that.
See, and the thing is, what you're talking about is so true, because a lot of women date and equate a good brother with the money he makes.
Right.
And where he is as far as, he got a checklist of things he got to have. You'd be better off having a list of shit he don't need to have. It'd be better off to get you a good brother, for real. Like, he don't need to have no help, be on parole. He don't need to be on,
right.
he need to be carrying his ass to work. You got to have more, at least I'll say that, at least he got.
I think,
what I'm saying? You need to get with him, sometimes you need to get with a brother who at least he got hopes and dreams.
Right.
At least, because let me tell you something, man. The biggest thing that irks me in our community is these young black people that are dating each other. I see these young black cats walking up and down the street in my neighborhood with their pants hanging off their ass, and they got a little girl following behind them.
Yeah.
And the thing is, this young lady is willing to follow this cat anywhere he'll go, but he don't have no damn way to lead her. You know what I'm saying? So women need to get with a man who have a plan, like KJ was saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, we have to understand that, okay, cool, you have all of your own stuff as a black woman, but you still have a need that's a hole in your life that need to be filled.
Well, here's the thing.
See what I'm saying?
What I think what a woman should do, or anybody who wants to date, make a list of things that you are,
Right.
and then you need to find somebody who's the opposite. You need someone to help complete you.
Exactly.
If you got all this, okay, well, what is it that you don't have?
Right. What are you not good at?
Yeah, what are you not good at? What
Right.
you don't have?
What are you
what,
not?
What are your needs at?
Exactly. There
And
you go.
then you find a woman who can complement that.
Right.
Then you find your better half. Cause isn't that what you call your wife? Your better half?
Exactly.
That's the part that completes you.
And quit all this damn recreational ass dating. Let me tell you something. When you date nowadays, I know me anyway. I mean, back in the day when I was dating, and which one was about 4 years ago, you know, to be honest with you, when I stopped. But the thing is, I learned that you need to date with a purpose.
Right.
You need to date with a damn purpose. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't no woman who want a husband, then don't date no nigga that want to be married.
Okay.
Date a cat who recreational dating like you.
I got a
Comment.
question.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. We hold on, y'all. We got
Got
a
a
comment
comment?
from our production manager.
From my beautiful sister-in-law, she says, nobody wants a broke dude or a man with potential. Dreams don't pay bills.
Right? She right. And look, that come from my sister who ain't married. But anyway, we'll talk about that later. But the thing is, she absolutely right. You know, I tell people all the time, black men, and that's another thing I talk about to brothers. They put potential in the ground in the culling every week down there at that funeral home.
Man,
They drop potential in the ground. Your potential is only good as what you make it. Get your ass up and do something with yourself. You know what I'm saying, brother? Oh, I got potential. Who gives a damn?
You remember-
about you and your damn potential?
I know they
your
sports
potential don't
fan.
pay no bills.
You sports fan? You a sports fan, Bobby?
Oh yeah.
You remember came out of USC back in like the early 90s, 92, 93. Harold Mountain, they called it Baby.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Had all the potential in the world. Had all could hop out, could jump out the gym, had a jump shot or whatever. But what kept him from excelling in the NBA was he didn't have the focus that quote unquote the real Jordan had.
Right,
He had the
right.
talent. He had the physical talent. Could
Right,
jump this
exactly.
high, could shoot,
And
whatever.
that's the same thing, like
but he
she
didn't have
said.
the commitment to seeing the goal through.
Exactly.
So again, you're right. Whoever it is, I don't know if that's
That was
Nicky or
Nikki.
Diddy.
Yeah, that was Nikki.
Potential,
That was
you're
Diddy.
right.
Oh, that was Didi.
That was Didi.
Oh, my
Potential
bad.
is fine.
Hey, Didi.
Potential
I'm
is
sorry.
fine.
No,
Didi
Didi.
married.
Didi
Didi
is fully married.
And
Didi
just
married.
take a moment to look at your watch parties.
Right.
Some people making comments.
They're gonna hear it.
Okay.
No, mute your whole phone. That's how you do that.
Oh, okay.
You got 25 people watching.
Okay, well, that's cool.
But yeah,
But,
potential is one thing. But I started my statement by saying focus. Potential is one thing, but if he got the potential and doesn't have, you heard the Scarface song? A man without a focus life would drive him insane.
Exactly.
Because he said you can have all the potential as well. You ain't got the
There's a lot of
focus.
women out there that don't have potential at all. I mean, it's just not the man.
Right.
You know, there's women
Bro,
out
true,
there that ain't worth your time dating and stuff. You know,
Exactly.
when I was dating, I mostly dated a lot of women with kids. It was hard to find a woman without kids. Not saying it was, you know, it wasn't a woman out there without kids, but
It was just more common.
yeah. I mean, you know, and I when I was younger, I used to say, you know, I ain't dating nobody with no kids. This ain't nothing but problems. But I found myself dating women with kids because, you know, you rarely found a woman that didn't have kids at all.
Because the thing about it is, when you're in your 20s, you can say that.
Yeah.
I ain't dating no damn woman that got kids. Because, you know, after 25, you can find something between 21 and 25 that ain't got no kids. But after you get to 25 on up to 30s, very rarely, like you say, you're going to find a woman that...
The only women I was dating without kids was girls that went to my college.
Exactly.
After I left college,
Exactly.
you know, that was
You got,
okay.
when we got back to the real world, and we got our fantasy island at Hampton University, because that's what I call Hampton University when I was there. When you go to a college where the ratio is 17 women to every one man enrolled in school, bro, you on fantasy island. The only thing missing at Hampton was Mr. Roy and Tattoo Lane. That's it. We had a couple of midgets there though, so they couldn't play tattoo. But we ain't had no damn Mr. Roy. But the thing is, you right. Once we got home, Reggie, and started working and dealing with real life, the closer we got to our 30s, that dissipated as far as finding a woman who doesn't have kids. So fellas, when you out there, you gotta understand. And another thing I want to tell you about dating while you black, when you find a woman and she got kids, bruh, if you don't want a woman with no kids and you're not gonna love her and her kids,
Don't even start that.
then don't even start that foolishness, bro. Because the thing about a woman and her kids,
That's a package deal.
exactly. And she'll
on
stab
the
you in your damn
It's-
sleep.
it's-
She'll stab you in your
it's-
sleep
it's a
behind the
package
damn
deal,
kids.
but in some cases it's not, because when you the man of the house and you running stuff, the woman don't want you telling her kids to do anything.
Then she can't be there. Bro,
But they-
let me tell you something. Let me tell you what my quote was, and damn it, I say it right now. I'm gonna be the king of the castle, even if I'm the only damn one in the castle. And that's just all there is to it. If I can't tell your kids what to do, and I'm feeding their ass, then you and them kids need to get the hell up out of here. That's just how it works. Ain't no.
I mean, but that's real.
And that's real talk, though.
If you're a man, men will call the lead.
Right.
If you can't lead a house, then shit, you wasting time.
Exactly. You
Let alone you got a kid that'll tell you, my mama said you can't do it. Boy, sit your ass down somewhere.
There it is. Say it again.
I'm a grown ass man
A
with
grown-
capital growth.
Huh.
Capital growth. Have damn kid tell me what he ain't gonna do. Man, I'll beat the shit out you and tell your mama you slip and fell. What happened to my baby? He got
Nigga
one
slip
eye.
and fell.
Nigga slip and
That nigga
fell.
slipped. He was over there playing. I told him don't.
I told him sit
And
the
that
nigga
nigga
ass
slipped-
down.
And the nigga slipped and fell. That is. But yeah, but like I say, you as the man, like my wife always say, a man always sets the heartbeat and the tone of a household. And if you're not able to do that at the house you at, that ain't your damn house.
Right.
You either change the residence or change your damn residence. One of the two.
In my house, I am the warrior priest of my home. I
Yeah.
gotta lead my family to God.
Right?
But if anybody comes with their foolishness, I'll lead your ass straight to hell with these shots.
Oh yeah, they got look. It's always one in their closet back there. Don't play with me.
Mine outside the truck.
There it is. See what I'm talking about? But yeah, go ahead, production manager.
We have a comment from Miss Duckworth.
Hey,
She said,
What's up,
lead by example, and you can lead.
exactly. You absolutely right. Let me tell you something. I'm one of them firm believers in you can't lead nothing if your ass ain't really stepping up to the plate. You can't just holler, I'm the boss.
Right.
Because there's an old saying, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. That's one of the oldest sayings. Every nigga in the world has heard that.
Damn
And
right.
the thing about it is, if you ain't paying the cost to be the boss, what that mean by you gotta be getting your behind up, you gotta be bringing something into the household, you gotta be providing security for them, making sure that woman ain't finna be outside messing around with you. Yep. She ain't got to walk to work. She ain't got to be catching the bus. You got to make sure that she have everything. But I tell men all the time, no woman, nothing in this world is more important to a black woman, especially if she a mother, than security. Mm-hmm. That's the best thing you can offer a woman is security. And what I mean by security is she want to know that if she fool with you, she ain't gonna lose everything she already worked hard to get. And she not gonna be homeless. Her and them kids ain't gonna suffer. And she wanna make sure you can add to, not take away from. If you take it away from, you take your ass on. That's what you do.
Well, I mean, that's what anybody. Everybody want to make sure that somebody, you got to add something. You just can't come in and take.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I know a relationship is give and take, but they ain't all she give and you take.
Exactly.
You got to be able to.
But we got a lot of brothers who don't
Can
understand that.
I mention the comment real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Yolanda Matthews.
Hey, Yolanda.
Her comment is, if you have your stuff together,
Right.
and you find someone, I'm assuming she's talking about the female right there.
Right.
If you have your stuff together, and you find someone that has potential and is headed to success, you have, I'm assuming she meant you will have to help them.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with helping. Let me tell you something about that. Go ahead, talk about it.
See, this is, because see, that's a thin line right there. That is a very gray area when it comes to potential. Because this is what I'm saying.
Because I was thinking the same thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead.
So let me know if you feel what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you, and again, before I make this statement, let's clarify this. Nobody in this room is perfect. We all have our shortcomings in some way,
Hey,
shape,
man,
or
I'm
form.
perfect. My wife said I'm perfect.
Silent.
We're talking about
But with that said, if you have a guy, having a job is one thing. But if you have a job and you may make solid money, maybe making $22 an hour,
right.
which is decent bread.
That shit.
40, 50
Yeah.
hours a week.
Yeah.
But again, you understand that at some point, that $22 an hour may not be enough.
Right.
And you're projecting long term. Okay, I'm making $22 an hour now, but I got a wife, I got 4 kids, I got all these expenses. So
Yeah, you
what
got-
am I going to do to better our circumstance?
Right.
Am I content with just making this $22 an hour till I'm 65 years old and retired? Or do I have a game plan? That's where potential is one thing. He has the potential to be a good man because he's committed to doing what it takes to take care of his family by going to work every morning. But does he have ambition? And what I mean by ambition is, okay, this is where I am right now. This is where I plan on being 5 years from now.
Long-term goals.
And he's not just saying that, but he's actually executing
Making
that
steps
plan.
toward it.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Making steps.
Well, what you're looking at is basically your relationship being like a business partnership. With like,
Well, all of them are. What
I'm
you
just saying.
mean?
I'm just saying. You know, it's got to be a partnership. With me, my wife, man, she pushed me. My wife pushed me to get my master's, so she made sure, hey, you got to get this degree.
Right.
I'm gonna get mine. I said, okay, well, you get yours first. I'm gonna make sure you
Exactly.
get yours first.
Yeah. You get yours first, then I'm gonna go after.
You know, because I make more money, so I'm gonna make sure that we're not gonna hurt for anything.
Right.
And then as soon as she got hers, she's like, hey, maybe I'm right behind you. I need you to get yours.
Right.
You know, and partnership. You know, with those goals, this guy, he got the potential, I want to do this, I want to do that. If his spouse is like, baby, look, I'm behind you. All it takes, man, is sometimes just a little belief.
Bro, let me tell you something.
Just
What you
someone,
talking
someone
about-
to say, I got you.
Exactly. And what you talking about is forming a team. And that's what dating should be. You gotta be finding somebody that you can form a team with. That's just like an NFL team. If they get a hell of a quarterback out of college and he come to the NFL and he stop bringing his ass to practice, yeah, you got to let him go. Yeah, he first round draft choice. He looked good on paper, but he ain't doing a damn thing to help the team.
And I'm
So guess
making $9 million
what?
a
He
second.
cut. His ass is cut, and that's what happened to these brothers. Some of them
Shout
made-
out to Jamarcus Russell.
yeah, exactly. Some of these brothers in these dating game need to be cut. Cut their ass. If the nigga don't want to come to practice and don't want to put the work in, he ain't in the weight room, getting his weight up, as they say, cut his ass.
Speaking of cutting, hashtag 5 Bill O'Brien.
Please, I'm with you on that.
Boy! Table, baby. Across the table, man. God
Damn some Corona. I'm just saying.
man.
5 Bill O'Brien.
Excuse me, y'all.
You know,
Talk to me,
I
production manager.
Danielle Mitchell says if the woman already has the table, the food to put it on, what is he coming with? You can't come to each other broke.
I mean, well maybe
We already talked about
Well, maybe he come as a chef.
I say you might have bought the food and the table.
But somebody got to
He
prepare.
cooked.
Yeah, somebody got to prepare.
Why is the emphasis on finances? Because he may be able to come and build you a table.
Bro, hold up.
You know what? You know what?
He may be able to come grow his own food.
You know what?
Off the
KJ,
clients
you know
and money.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's the problem, Sean.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I can tell you what it is.
What's that?
Because they believe in that song. No romance without finance is a damn nuisance.
Exactly.
And not all the time is
Never
like
said that.
that.
That's your
Well,
problem.
see, this is the thing, too.
You worried about his pockets and he ain't even
Let me
took you on your
explain
first
something to
date.
you. Let me explain something to y'all fellas. I don't give a damn what y'all say. There's no way in no hell y'all don't understand the fact that most women in this dating game equate security with a nigga having money.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Well,
The more money he got, the more secure they think they're gonna be.
Right.
Not knowing that this nigga may be making all this money, but he's a dope fiend, he's a gambler, he's all this different
Hell,
stuff.
they might be beating that ass.
I was just gonna say he might be knocking your teeth down back of your throat,
And
knocking
knocking down your sister. And knocking down your sister.
and then knocking down your,
Just ain't
your whole, not just your sister. He gonna get your cousin,
Best friend,
friend,
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
Anybody with a skirt.
Because he got that money, so he feel like he can do that.
Yeah, cause all you wanted was the bread. That's all you got too was the bread. And he cool with you going shopping every week. I don't give a damn.
Because while you shopping, you know what he doing.
Yeah, he chopping your sister down.
Eating in the next room.
Making plans to be with her soon.
They not talking on the telephone.
I was like talking about Barbara. This shirt.
This shirt. Now look, and her name Barbara and Shirley is her sister. Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Right.
this is the best advice my old man ever gave me.
What's that? Talk to me.
Don't find a woman and try to make her happy. Find a woman that's happy with you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So you don't have to worry about all that.
Man, that's
And
well again.
that's the best advice because I was out here trying to make this woman, but I never could make it happy. So finally, really, I'm gonna just make myself happy and find a woman that's happy with me with what I'm doing.
Daddy.
You know what I'm
She's
saying?
not
Then
happy
you
with
won't have all
herself.
that.
Yeah,
Amen.
So-
Amen.
Which brings to the comment that when you were saying that about the man completing her and her completing the man. Somebody said no, it needs to be two whole people.
Right, and come together as a
Come
team.
together.
I believe that.
That was a comment.
Well, I wasn't saying.
No, that's how they
How
do the
likely
comment.
is that though? Because nobody is ever completely whole. I'm not gonna say nobody, but what's the likelihood of a man and a woman, that are completely got a point down like
got it
where
all
they're-
together.
That's very unlikely, especially when it comes to black.
No, but you gotta understand. No, hold on, fellas. Y'all gotta understand something. What they talking about when they say a complete person. Okay, y'all let me tell you something. That's just like Lamar Jackson or Earl Campbell. All of them, those were complete football players when they got in the league, but they was better because of the team that they was on.
Right.
That's just like a man and a woman. As a man, you got to come there with all the skills to be a great man, already complete. You don't need. That's not what they talking about. They about being a complete person, happy on your own, making your own money, doing all your own things, right? Have your own place or whatever. You may have. You know how to pay bills and all. Because there's a lot of cats. Hold on.
That's
Let me
not
finish
what she's
first.
saying.
That's what she's talking about, though. I'm telling you. What they saying is you got to be complete as far as knowing how to pay bills, knowing how to, have all your own, going to work, just running a household on your own.
Know how to handle your
And-
business.
Exactly. You know how to handle your business.
Queen have made 5 comments. 3 of the 5 comments have been about finances.
Exactly. I just told you that. I just got to talking to you, telling you, most women in this game, you got to understand, they equate security, because that's the ultimate thing a woman wants, is security. They equate security with finance, bro. And that's just something you got to understand. I tell cats all the time, if you don't know the game, don't get your ass out there and try to play it. Because you don't know the rules and how they playing and how they think, how your opponent think, you'll never win, bro. So you got to understand that that's how most women think. Money is security to them. And that's period. But you got to have a complete woman and a complete man to get together and make a team. And when that team get together, that team can go to the Super Bowl or they actually go out in the first round.
But if
One
you're
of
a
the two.
single woman or a single man, you're not complete.
Yes, you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah, man, you're a
No,
complete
you're not.
person, bro.
No, you're not.
I mean,
Because you're not complete.
You're not
No,
complete.
complete.
Hold on. No. Let me tell you something. You're a complete person. When you get
You may be a
hold on,
good
let me
person.
finish.
You may be a
Let me
good
finish.
person.
You're a complete person, but you ain't serving God's purpose. God's purpose is to put a man and a woman together and make a household. But it take a complete man. God put together Adam, which was a complete man, and Eve, who was a complete man that he made from Adam's rib, and put them together. That's God's purpose. But you gotta be complete and by your damn self. Can't nobody, like Reggie was saying, can't nobody make you happy. If you ain't happy with who the hell you are right now, you ain't gonna never be happy in no
Well, if
relationship.
Adam was complete,
Right?
why would he make Eve? Because Eve completed.
No. Because God
he was
said
lonely.
a man should
He
not be
wasn't
alone.
complete then.
No, he wasn't a complete man. God was finished with him. He had done everything he could to make him a whole person. That was it. But God said a man should not be by himself. He should not be lonely. So he created a woman as a helpmate. He
They're
created.
both basically saying the same thing.
He created her as a helpmate to put a team together. When you got a helpmate, that's just like your center help your quarterback.
Right,
Your quarterback help your running back. That's a team. But each one of those players are individually are complete when they put them on the team.
I ain't
Right?
wrong with that.
Am I-
We just gotta agree.
Okay, well, we can do that.
Oh,
Go ahead. Talk to me.
Danielle Mitchell, the one that made the statement,
Right.
says, my statement was not about finance, because you notice she did say she already has a table. In other
Right.
words, she already has finance. She said, I have all I need and want. What is he coming with? Meaning, he can't come, you living with me, with your mama, no car, no career, and I'm not talking about street pharmacy. I need to know you're self-sufficient.
Let me tell you something, Danielle. Hold on. Let me tell you something, Danielle. If don't nobody understand your statement, darling, JD understand your statement. Because you damn right.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, baby.
I tell any woman,
She don't want no scrub.
that's it. She don't want no damn scrub. And I understand any woman. Because let me tell you something. All them scrub niggas got picked last on the kickball team all the way from the 5th grade on up. So I understand. Didn't nobody want this nigga? You don't want to put him out of his mom. I tell any woman, don't go get no nigga out of his mama house. Cause if you do, all you doing is taking the place of his mama. If you gonna get a man, make sure this cat at least already ever had, or he got right then, or already ever had his own place. He know how to play bills. He know that on the first don't sneak up on his ass. You know, cause niggas act like the first snuck him. Nigga, the first.
Where did it come from?
Yeah, how the hell the first?
It was the
is
19th last week.
Exactly. Niggas, this the first. It's time to pay bills. The lights gonna get cut off playing with this cat. You gotta understand. You need. And the lights will get cut off. Look, you don't want to have candlelight dinner because you got to. You want to have a candlelight dinner because you want to. Yeah, so you keep playing with that cat, you're going to be eating cold beans out of the can by candlelight. And that ain't cool. I don't give a damn how romantic you think that is.
Next topic.
Go ahead, darling.
Next topic.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're going to move on, y'all, from that dating while black.
Oh, look.
That's a whole 2 hours.
That's part of something like
And
that.
let them know that you'll be looking at their comments.
Yeah, we'll be looking at the comments. So if you have some comments, go ahead and send them out, and we'll talk about them later on.
That's a coach right there, boy.
How couples deal with arguments. Oh, let's talk about that.
Oh man.
How do your couples deal with? Let me tell you something. There is a fine art. Personally, I think there's a fine art to arguing. And you learn that after you get married and get put in the doghouse so often, as I do. I'm just going to speak from personal.
My wife finna send a comment in just a minute.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. How do couples deal with arguments? Let me tell you something. I had to learn as a black man in a marriage how to argue with my wife so that we could both still sleep in the same bed and I can get me some rest that night.
Right.
Because the thing is, you have to learn how to get your point across without firing daggers and stabbing that woman and hurting, you know. Cause let me tell you something about my tongue. This some gun is sharp on both ends, coming and going. So I am one of them type of people who, just in a casual conversation with another dude, I would pick you apart, dog. I tell you all the pieces because my tongue is swift. And I had to learn how to tame that tongue.
Oh yeah.
When I was in an argument with my wife.
Yeah.
With my significant other. This is my baby. I love her with everything I got. I know I love her with everything I got because I give her all my damn money. And I don't care who a black man is. Anywhere, I'm going to tell you this one, another thing. Anywhere a man put his money is what he loves. If this nigga buy nothing but rims and tires every week, that nigga love that car. If the nigga buying clothes every week, he love that closet. That's his thing. So wherever he putting his money at, if he ain't spending no money on you, it's time for you to move on. Because this cat don't love you for real. Because that's just what black men do. Wherever we spend our money at the most, that's what we love and desire the most. So I know I love my wife because she get every dime I got. I have to check and say, hey man, do I have anything left? and that's just how it is. But I know one thing, I can't stop, won't stop. Because if I stop, she might pass me up on how much she's taking out. So I got to keep something in there. So anyway, but the thing is, when you argue with your woman, you have to understand, you have to contour your argument so that you can get your point across without hurting her feelings. Because you learn what hurt, and we all know what hurt each other's feelings. We know, and I tell people all the time, the most hurt thing you can say to somebody is the damn truth. And it's going to hurt them the most.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that when you're in love with somebody, the thing is, when you love somebody, you got to trust them with everything. And if you keep bringing stuff up in her face and hurting her with your word, she ain't going to trust your ass no more.
Yep.
And once the trust is gone, the relationship is gone. And what I'm telling you is this.
Just a bit of advice.
What I'm telling you this is what I'm saying all this for this. That when you argue with your woman, be careful how you argue with her. Don't do stuff to hurt her. Don't bring up things to hurt her, because love is giving somebody all of the tools to hurt you, but trusting that they're not going to. You see what I'm saying? She give you, a woman opens up to you and give you everything out of her. You know everything about her from day one all the way up to now. Don't bring that shit up no more. You know what I'm saying? She know you know it, but she trusts that you ain't gonna try to hurt her with it. You see what I'm saying?
But
as men,
on the offset of that though, you know, a woman, man, she'll cut you deep.
Oh yeah.
And then what Doggy said, you cut me deep, sure.
Oh, you cut me deep into the bone. But then again, I'm gonna tell you this here: when you got a woman that do that, that ain't your damn woman. Get away from her ass. She trying to hurt you, bro. Yeah, she know enough. She know enough that about you that can hurt you, but you gotta trust her as well, not to bring that shit back up.
On the same token, though, we all are human.
Right.
And we all say stuff that we know we probably shouldn't say. Because I know I've always been told I was a good boyfriend, but not a good husband.
Bro.
You
You
know,
know, I had to learn.
What does that mean?
But you know what they say, man, hurt
You know
people,
what the hell that
hurt
mean.
people.
Exactly.
Well,
but the thing is, Reg, I'm gonna tell you something about what you're saying. I spent the first year and a half of my damn marriage apologizing, bro. I got tired of it because I was still in that mode of you say something to hurt me, I'm gonna hurt your ass. Yeah. I was in that mode, and I figured every fight was a fight. Every argument was a fight. But every argument
you gotta let some get by.
every argument ain't a fight.
That's what I've learned.
Exactly. told me a
You
long
better-
time ago when I was in jail, he said the best 3 ways to keep your marriage, and obviously I ain't married, but he was married at the time.
Right.
The best 2 words that you can say to keep your marriage going
I'm sorry.
and in a conflict,
Right.
when she going in on you, just say 2 words. Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Because she confused. She don't know if you're being sarcastic
Well,
or
let me
if
tell
you
you something.
genuinely mean,
Let me tell you something.
baby, you got that.
Let me tell you something about
But she can't come at you.
let me tell you something about my wife.
Uh-oh.
I bet not try that shit in my house. That yes, dear, that's a whole nother damn argument. But she gonna swear to God I'm being. But 9 times out of 10, my ass, I am being sarcastic. Be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, and she know my wife
pretty
know
sure
me.
she know.
My wife know me better than anybody on this planet, other than my mama who birthed me. But the thing is, I understand what you're saying, because that diffuse, what this called is diffusing the situation.
Yeah, right.
But like you said, if you got a woman who know you and know you know full of shit, let's talk about it. FOS. If you FOS and she know it, when you say yes, dear, she lied to get that broom or something and go upside your damn head because you trying to be funny, nigga.
You know what?
And you know you trying to be funny.
That's a statement I heard a long time
Yeah,
ago
y'all
that
said
applies to this day, man.
Uh-huh.
And Queenie right there, she may be able to, advocate for it or not, but when the things that used to make her laugh irritate her now, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, you doing something wrong.
When the things that she normally would giggle about or kiki about, and it was a genuine and honest laughter.
Right.
When it gets to a point in a relationship where those same things are starting to irritate her now, then y'all got problems.
Well, let me tell you something. I understand what you're saying, and that's why I have to check the temperature of my wife every day. And what I mean by that is see what her temperament is gonna be like for the day. Cause I can look at that little woman and tell when something wrong with her. Yeah, when something ain't right in her mind. I can look at her and tell.
Right.
But see, that come from being together and learning each other. And like you say, you have to learn your spouse. That's just all it is to it. There's no way in the world 2 people should be together. And like you say, I can tell when I done something that I ain't had no, and I got to figure it out. What I done that's got you irritated.
Right.
And she'll, first thing a woman was like, I ain't irritated, ain't nothing wrong with me. You a damn lie. Something wrong with you. You ain't, look, you don't even look the way you looked a couple of hours ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can't, let me tell you something about a woman for real. She can't hide her feelings. Bro, if you know her and know her inside out, she's not gonna be able to hide her feelings from you or how she feels. Go ahead.
You got a hello from Lloyd.
Hey, what's up, little cuz? My little
Now,
big cousin. Hey, I got a spot on this couch waiting on you, baby. I'm ready for you whenever you're ready.
All right, Mrs. Duckworth is weighing in. She said,
Yeah.
I can't stand that pettiness and arguments, and it's childish.
Right.
And she said, women tear men down in arguments, and she said it's sad.
Yeah, she right. That's what I say, huh?
Is she related to is her in-laws related to a Sean Duckworth? I know that's completely
Probably,
wrong.
but that's my sister.
Yeah, I know.
That's Dee Dee.
I'm saying, so-
Well, her husband might be.
Okay.
You know, all
I
of
know.
them.
Hold on.
All of them.
Let me-
Hold on.
Yeah. What's up?
Tell Diddy she can't talk. I know why Diddy cut some folk, boy.
Hey, look.
Okay,
Let me explain something
let
to
me
you.
finish.
Let me explain
the
something to you.
comment. Let me finish the comment.
Okay, I'm gonna explain
All
something.
right, let me finish. Let me
Let
finish.
Bobby know when I get through.
I know
Go
it.
ahead.
I know it. When you have a disagreement, one has to love the other more than the other.
Right.
To not let a disagreement allow you to fall out of love and let it go.
Exactly.
Can I
Sometimes
address
that's
that?
easy.
Yeah,
Let me address that, Queen. I learned a long time. My dad taught me, son, right before I got married, you had to talk.
How long you been married, brother?
Man, we've been married since '99, bro. December 1899.
Yes, sir.
20 years to celebrate 20 years in December. Son, don't go to bed. Don't go to bed mad.
Exactly.
Because I got a friend. My wife and I, we have a mutual friend, man. His wife passed.
Right.
All of a sudden, I just gone, and he's still suffering with that. And you know what? And he said they never had an argument, and I know that every couple has, they have some.
Yeah, they have spats.
Little
Spats in them.
but he's struggling, man, to put his life back together because his better half is gone.
Right.
I often talk to my wife about, baby, when we get in those arguments, and she mad and she done got in the bed and put the covers, put the grease, put the grease on the ass.
Or the pillows in between.
yeah,
You
yeah.
ever had that one?
Oh yeah.
Put the pillows in between.
That be the Himalayas. Don't cross the Himalayas.
Don't bring your ass on the other side of the mountain.
That's that equator right there.
Yeah.
But his thing though,
Mason
Mason Dixon. But what I learned is that sometimes I gotta put my male pride aside and be like and take my part in the argument.
Right.
Hey, I was wrong, baby. Man, who's to say, man, that God will wake up that next morning?
Right.
And
And
here
the
I
thing
am
about that-
stuck with
That's
all
what I think about
the
it.
shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Right. And the thing about it, what you
I
said,
couldn't live with it.
what you say is,
Courtney, I love you, baby.
and again, trying to get some points, only get his way.
Don't put that grease in the bed now.
Yeah, but the thing about what Bobineau is saying though is the truth, and it's another thing that I always ring out Bobineau. And I tell people, that's what you talk about. Reggie, what I tell you, the only thing wrong with you being a grown ass man.
Oh, yeah.
By saying I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And see, as a man, you have to take you have to take responsibility for your part in it, like you said. And you have to understand that you set the tone for your household. And that's just all it is to it. And another thing about what you talking about, Didi, she was taught by one of the best, bro. That's my little sister. I taught her how to be that silver tongue assassin. That's the shit. Look,
I watched Didi go up so bad, man.
Man, let me tell
I
you
couldn't breathe.
I was
So basically what you're saying,
I was
OJ ain't got nothing on Didi with nothing.
Bro.
I understand.
Chandra Didi Daniels, Duckworth was taught by one of the best, bro. Let me tell you something. I taught her how to rank on people, how to let a nigga ass have it, how to destroy you with her words. She cold with it, bro.
Man, she cold.
Oh, you cold with it. Yeah.
Boy, she cold.
Go ahead, production manager.
Jonathan Wade.
Hey, cousin, that's JJ. That's my little cousin.
All right.
Yeah, what's up,
I've
baby?
come to learn that arguments, disagreements aren't about wrong and right. It's about balance.
Right.
It's still a form of communication.
Exactly.
But the couple has to know how much to dish out and how much to take. The words don't necessarily equal the message all the time. Either party could say something in the heat of the moment, but mean something different.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. Hey, cuz you hit the nail on the head with that, bro. That's why I tell you, you have and there's an art. Remember I said that at the beginning? There's an art to arguing. You have to know how to do it because you may want to say something to that woman because she just said something that you feel hurt the hell out you and you want to hurt her back. Like you saying, hurt people want to hurt people.
Hurt people, hurt people.
But the thing is, when you in a real relationship with a woman that you love,
That's a line you're not with.
you have to temper your tongue, brother. You going there firing off all rounds, you fool around wake up dead. Like you talking about don't go to bed angry. Another reason why you don't want to go to bed angry because you might wake up with a butcher knife in your damn chest because you done said the wrong damn thing to that woman.
Shit,
Man, look here.
Or heel, yes.
It's one of the two. A stiletto
These-
and your
these-
bruschetto.
These youngsters nowadays might like that, so we're gonna move past.
Yeah. Huh?
Next
These
topic.
youngsters nowadays might like a heel up their backside.
Oh, yeah, well, we ain't gonna talk about that.
That ain't the work of the Lord.
At all.
Look, we ain't gonna start talking about them little flimsy cats.
Them flip flops.
Yeah, them little flimsy dudes out here.
Next topic.
Okay, let's get in this bucket again. The production manager said get in the bucket, so I get in the bucket. As y'all can see, I do what she tell me.
Bucket, mother.
How you feel about Women trying to run. Woo! This was a fool right here. We got all these married brothers on this panel and KJ. But anyway,
Don't let JD treat you like street
That's all
booty.
good.
Don't let him treat you like street booty.
Maybe that's what we just said.
how do you guys feel about women trying to run the household?
In the beginning, God created Adam and Eve. Adam.
And this was a good thing.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's
depends on what they mean.
hold up.
Hey,
Let
y'all,
me let
y'all
Reggie
get comfortable on this conversation.
Let me exactly. Keep your finger on it, dog. Let me let Reginald Pierre Shelby. I'm gonna use your whole damn
Not
name.
RP.
Nah,
we ain't
man,
talking
I'm gonna
about
let
Cobra.
Reginald Pierre Shelby, my homeboy since we was 18 years old, talk about this one first. Go ahead,
friends.
Reginald.
That depends on what they mean by run the household. Because you know,
I'm gonna tell you, when I say run the household, that means she run the damn household. She doing your damn job in the house. Everything you supposed to be doing, she want to take it over. That's what they mean by run the damn household.
I'm gonna say something that I heard Bobby Daniels say.
Uh-oh, I know Bobby.
You know,
Oh,
if
Bobby
I
Lee.
can't run it, I'll burn it down and start up from scratch. That's the
Start
way I
over
feel
again.
about it. I'm running it.
That's what my daddy said.
I'm the man of the house. I grew up that way. I watched my grandfather do things. And you know, women do run stuff too. Don't get me wrong.
Every time, man. I don't think they put a comprehend that statement. Say that one more time.
Hey,
All right,
man,
people.
if I can't
one
run
more
it,
time, man.
I'm gonna burn it down to the ground and start over from scratch.
That's what my daddy said.
That's grade A spit right
I heard my daddy tell my mama that one time, nigga, I was through. I went through the floor. I just vaporized through the dude. I said, damn, dude. My dad said, look, I tell you what, if I can't run the damn house, I'll burn to the ground and start the hell all over again. I said, well, damn, I'm through. I'm going in my back room. I'm through with it. Ain't nothing else to be said.
I don't have those problems with my wife. She comes to me with everything. You know what I'm saying? Even some things I don't really want her to come to me with. I want her to make the decision, but she comes to me with everything.
Well,
and that's what I mean about running the house.
let me
Not
explain.
just, you know, you do what I say and I'm,
Right.
you know, I'm
Not
telling
no
you, I'm the boss.
dictatorship.
It's not that.
Well, I'm finna play devil's advocate in this situation. What you're saying is, again, running the house is not, you don't just get that job. That's a job you earn.
Right.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You don't just get that job running the house. You could, sure, you the
Third
husband.
leg.
And the thing is, husband in biblical terms means house band, which is the band that holds the house together. You see what I'm saying? That's where the word husband comes from. But if your band is slack and loose, you can't expect that woman to follow your lead. You see what I'm saying? If you ain't leading right in the right fashion, you can't expect nobody to follow your damn lead. Don't nobody want to follow somebody. Anybody that's got their stuff together won't follow somebody who don't have their stuff together.
You know what?
So you got to have your stuff together if you want to be the house
I
man.
expect you to follow me, and I don't know where the hell I'm going. Because if I don't know where the hell I'm going,
Then
I'm
we
gonna stop
outlaws.
and ask for directions.
There you go.
That's me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong about something, I can admit I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's a rare occasion because I work hard at doing the right thing. And I'm saying I don't make mistakes, but when it comes to my household, that's a place I can afford to make no mistakes because
Right.
you know everything is on the line.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna make sure I take care of that before I do anything else.
Right.
You know, I hadn't bought a pair of tennis shoes in 2 years because I'm making sure the house. You know, I'm used to just going out and just.
Look, man, all three
But
of
you know
y'all
what
are
your,
married,
you know what your
man.
biggest problem is, though?
Oh yeah, I know.
What?
I'm grown up.
Right, you've been a grown ass man. That's your biggest
All
problem.
three
right
of y'all are married, man. And honestly, bro, obviously I'm the only one on the panel that's not married. I don't know if Sean. Is Sean married?
No, he's not. He's single too.
As far as us four, I'm on. But bro, real talk, man, it is so refreshing. Having grown up with my father,
Right.
I saw firsthand what a man should be. You understand me? Same with Jay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he and three other brothers that's close to my age, that's following that same blueprint, bro. I don't know how many black men out there are listening to this dude, but honestly, you have and again, like Reggie said, he not perfect.
Right.
Steve not perfect. JD not either. But they strive to do what's best for their household. And if all y'all actually want to do what's best for your household, just take some tidbits from what these brothers saying. I'm not married. And I'm just sitting over on the couch with my feet kicked up mentally taking notes, man. Real talk. I'm saying that straight up. I'm saying that straight
Bob,
up.
you got something. You said something you want to weigh in on this topic about, bro?
just that, well, like he's saying, man, you know, being a real man means making some sacrifices. Any good leader has to be able to know how to not just lead, but got to be able to follow it sometime too.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
sometimes, you know, you got your wife being your better half, man, has to be able to have some say house. You just can't be the Shaq Bullet just because you the man. You can stand up and piss.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
my wife showed me some shit on the internet saying, "Look, I can stand up and pee too. If I use this, if I bought this shit, I can stand up and pee too." I'm like, Pee-wee.
I was thinking that.
I was like,
I'll be damned.
I'll be damned.
I understand exactly what you said. But the thing about it is, what you saying, Bob, no, I understand completely. But what I tell people is this all the time. A woman, by nature, will submit to her husband. But he has to be her husband.
Right.
Not just a Negro. Not just a man. You know, you think you're a man, I'm the man of the house, I run this, I lead. No, that's not how you lead, bro.
I mean, but that's even biblical. You know, it's even
Right.
that women submit to your husband.
Until your own, wait a minute, you forgot a word in
I
there.
did.
Until your own husband. See, every nigga you sleep with ain't your husband. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand that every dude you done have kids with ain't your husband.
Right.
You got to run into your husband. And the thing is, the same way is with a man, you got to run into your wife. If a woman won't submit to you and what you have to offer, that's not your wife. That's somebody else's wife. Let her ass go and go find your wife, because she in the damn. And I want to say that she in the damn way. All the women that I met before my wife right now was in the damn way. And that's just, I don't care who listening, who look.
They was preparing you for Queen.
Hey,
Man.
right
They're
there.
preparing you for Queen.
And they mad about that.
Hey, man, let me tell you something.
Hell, I know one in particular.
I want to tell
y'all,
them.
man.
I want to tell them I appreciate you. Thank you for making me who I am today, because you helped mold me into where I am, and I found my wife fine. And I hope you find your husband, because I wasn't him.
Yeah.
And I ain't
All
no
right.
problem with that.
We thank you, Queen, for being here. Thank you.
Okay.
We thank you.
All right. Winding down. Let's get into the last comments of the night.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
All right, I'm gonna read through the comments. You can pick them and then y'all can.
Okay, well, let's hear him, baby.
All right, somebody say it should be 50-50 in the household.
No, it should be 100-100. You do 100% of what you're supposed to do, and I do 100% of what I'm supposed to do. That's how you run a household. All that 50-50 shit, that don't work. I'm telling you now, as a married man, knowing what's going on, you better be 100% nigga.
Well, in my
on
household, I make the final decision.
Oh, well,
And when it all falls on me. If everything falls apart, it's because I made it fall apart. When I go around and I can't, what can I say if it falls apart because I was letting my wife lead and I wasn't being the leader?
Right, exactly. Well, I tell people this all the time, Reggie. You got to find a woman who trusts you enough to follow your lead, and trust enough that if you tell her to do something a certain way, she gonna do it the way you tell her to do it. Yeah. Now, but if it fails, you as the man gotta be the one to fix it. Yeah. But you can't be mad because you told her to do it that way.
Exactly.
See, and that's your wife. Your wife gonna do things the way you say do it, and she might not agree with it, but she gonna do it the way you said do it. But because you her husband, she trusts you enough that if I do it the way you said do it, nigga, and if mess up, you gonna fix this shit. You see what I'm saying?
own up to it.
And own up to it, exactly.
Yeah.
But that's because a woman, that's what I'm talking about when a woman knows she got a grown man. Mm-hmm. She will follow him. Now, if he a little boy, and he wavering in his, conviction, and he ain't been able to fix a damn thing ever in his life, she not gonna follow him. But again, that ain't his wife.
And again, that's not meaning I don't let my wife come to me and tell me, give me, advice, and we might decide to do something together. But at the end of the day, she's gonna leave that choice up to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
that's my marriage. I don't
that's
know
how
about
it's
anybody
supposed
else's
to be.
marriage.
But that's how see, again, you got one big problem.
All right, next comment. This is from Lloyd. It says the woman has a role, but I'm the king.
Exactly.
All right, let's keep it moving. Going on with the comment.
Right.
Jonathan Wade says, say what you want. A smart man knows the woman running the house anyway. You can think you running stuff, but a female power of persuasion will let you think you got some. I mean, I guess he was saying something to say.
Right.
I mean, okay,
I
hold
understand
on.
what my little cousin talking
Yeah,
about.
he's saying you got some
Right,
say so. But the woman
hold on,
has
hold on.
something to say.
But she's still making you feel like you running stuff.
Bro, I was just
Right.
gonna say,
All of them
let me
people
tell you
You running or
something.
not?
Illusion.
You feel like you running it, so as long as I feel like I'm running, I'm good.
Man, look here. I have
Y'all
told
notice
my wife.
I'm more quiet than normal because this the married time.
My wife will tell you, I tell her all the time, baby, I appreciate you for letting me think I'm running shit. And I mean that because I know in my heart I ain't running nothing. But she makes me feel like the king of my castle. She makes me feel like my decisions matter. And she gonna follow what I got to say. But the thing about my wife is my wife trusts me enough to make a decision. Because she know that if all else fails, and I done it before, she done exactly the way I said I needed her to do it, and she done it and it screwed up. And guess what I did? I sucked it up. Baby, that's my bad. We shouldn't have done it like that, but I'm gonna go fix it. And I get it done.
That's being a
But
grown-ass man.
again, my problem is being a grown ass man. My bad. But the thing is, you have to find somebody who has that much trust in you.
Right.
And that woman, I tell people this all the time, Bob and Reggie, KJ too. Let me tell you when I knew my wife was my wife. I had been dating women for years and you know, here and there, in and out relationships and all that. But when I really knew my wife was when I started making decisions and things that I'm making decisions about what I'm gonna do with myself. And the first thing that came to my mind was, how's it gonna affect her? You see what I'm saying? When you, as a man, all the decisions you used to make, you know, doing whatever you gotta do in your life, daily decisions. The first thing that come, not factor in, the first thing that come to your mind is how it's gonna affect her, how is she gonna feel about this?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That was the first, that's when I knew my wife was my wife. Cause I had been dating women and been dating them for 2-3 years and didn't give a damn how they felt. I'm going to do what the hell I wanna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to the club because I feel like going to the club. I'm gonna stay out till 2 o'clock in the morning because I feel like staying out. Man, that was all the stuff I had done for years. But as soon as I got with this woman, the first thing I would think about was, okay, I want to go to the club. But if I go to the club, how's she going to feel about that? I was like, what the hell, JD? Who the hell are you? You know, when I start seeing the change in myself. But that's how you know that that's your woman, your wife. Because anything that you think about or you get ready to do, your first thought is how is it going to affect her? Not how it's going to affect me. Not what I'm tough.
And you know what you're doing.
Right, and you know what you're doing.
When I was a boy, I thought as a boy. When I became a man, I put away my childish ways.
Exactly. But that's how you know. I'm just saying, there's any young man out there looking, trying to find out whether this woman is the one for me, is how you feel about her, bro. And when you making your decisions, do you concern her in your matters of your lifestyle every day? And that's just how you know. So, fellas, how y'all feel about that? Again, I want to.
That was a good talk right there, man.
Exactly. But like I say, we sit here, Bob and O, every week, and this is the forum that I wanted to open up, man. I want black men, because we sit around domino tables and card tables and drinking and chilling all the time in the garage or whatever, and we don't have the real conversations. You know what I'm saying? We need to, these are the kind of things that we need to talk. These topics that come out this bucket. Yeah. These topics that these people bring up. These are real people with real issues, and we need to be talking about them, bro. Every week. Because the thing is, you got wisdom in you through your triumphs and tribulations. You got wisdom in you between your triumphs and tribulations. You got wisdom in you between your triumphs and tribulations. And I got it in me. Because Lord knows I had triumphs and tribulations. But the thing is, we need to pass that on to the young generation so we can make better brothers. You know what I'm saying? Black men, we got to start taking back our neighborhoods, our households, one house at a time, one block at a time. So that's what we here to do every week. So I want to appreciate y'all for coming out. Say again? Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. No, this is one of my favorite parts. I don't know how the hell I forgot about this. But anyway, we have a section of the show that we like to end it with called Hood Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Now, what we mean by hood shenanigans is, I'm gonna give you examples. We talked about all the 40 and 50-year-old niggas riding bicycles in the hood. Little kids don't ride bikes no more. That was one of them. We talked about all the little cats walking around with their pants hanging off their behind in our neighborhoods. We talked about the crackheads on the corners, meet you at the gas pump like they've been waiting on you all day. Hey, there you go. What's up, baby?
But nigga.
Pretty much. But those are called hood shenanigans. So since you new to the show this week, I want to know what's going on in the car and what hood shenanigans you just seen this week.
We got damn the
That-
whole South Side represented.
Yeah, we got all, cause this Iron Clark, Sunnyside,
Southport,
South Acres, baby. We got
we
the
on
whole
track,
South Side taken care of. But anyway, let's talk about some hood shenanigans that Stephen Bobineau has seen this week, and we wanna dwell on those for a few minutes, and then we'll close the show out.
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man, I hadn't really seen any hood shenanigans because, you know, due to what's going on, man, I pretty much stay in the house with
You
my
right.
family and my kids, you know.
Exactly.
So I hadn't really gotten out. Let's see, what I could say is, I seen some, I guess I can say I seen some bullshit.
Yes,
I seen a nigga clear a whole aisle in the store. Oh man, we in there shopping, all of a sudden, shit. If he wanted to get that last roll of goddamn toilet paper, he got it.
He got it.
What's that? He cleared the whole aisle. The whole aisle, nigga, clear that.
Wait, one more time. How you do?
All you saw was smoke and ass.
That right there is the funniest damn thing I've heard this week, bro. Cause let me tell you something. In the midst of this coronavirus, niggas is afraid, bro.
Yeah.
We are, and let me tell you something. I saw something on the news about talking about the coronavirus. In Italy, they had 600 people die of the coronavirus in one day. In one day, 600 people. And our retarded president, I'm gonna say it, is talking about it's a hoax. It's a hoax. He don't think it's real. If you go back and look at all from what was it, March, all the way up until now, he been talking about how the coronavirus ain't that serious. We got a grasp on it and all that. Man, you don't have no grasp on no virus like this, bro. You can't have no grasp on it. This is ridiculous. And I just want all my viewers and people out there in television land, as they say, to be safe, man. You know, everybody want to talk about what God got me and all that, but look, man, let me tell you something about God. God got you, but the biggest thing God wants you to have is wisdom. And you got to be wise. And you can see on the end of my table down there is hand sanitizer.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep your hands clear, clean. When you touch stuff, wipe it off. Get you some bleach and clean all your surfaces in the house. You have visitors in your house, make sure that they, you know, whatever surfaces they touch, you sanitize them. And take care of these kids and these old people, man, because they susceptible to this virus more so than anybody, because they have weak immune systems. And anybody who's out there living with any type of diseases or ailments that weaken your immune system, please be diligent in taking care of yourself, because I don't personally know anybody who has contracted the coronavirus, and I personally don't want none of my people that I know to contract it. So we need to look out for one another, bro. And that's just how it is. This is real.
There's a lot of people that's wondering if it's real or not. Why take the chance?
Exactly.
If you don't, even if you think it's not real, why find out the hard way that it is?
Exactly.
Well, I know somebody personally who passed from it, man.
Okay.
The other day, one of the go DJs, man, DJ Black and Mild, he's New Orleans.
Right.
You know Tricky C?
Yeah, Craig, what's up with stuff from? DJ Black and Mild just passed the other day from coronavirus, 44 years old.
Okay.
Wow.
44. Now, I'm not trying to say that there's a lot of misinformation. There's a lot of information that we don't know.
Right.
That's the one thing. There's information to tell us, there's a lot of stuff they're not telling us about this. Like, I'm going to read something to you, if you don't mind me reading.
No, go ahead, bro.
This is from a book.
We all about information.
This is by Sylvia Brown. This book came out in 2008.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah. She wrote, in around 2020, a severe pneumonia-like illness will spread throughout the globe, attacking the lung and the bronchial tubes and resisting all known treatments.
Right.
Almost more baffling than the illness itself will be the fact that it will suddenly vanish as quickly as it has arrived, attack again 10 years later, and then disappear completely.
Right.
This is 2008.
Right. And
Now-
she wrote
now
that
you-
about in 2020.
In
That's
2020.
why.
There's
And
another.
just like Nostradamus,
Yeah.
it came to pass.
And there's another book written by Dean Koontz. He's a science
Right,
fiction
right. I
writer.
know, yeah, I know Dean Koontz.
And
I read a few of his books.
Eyes of Darkness.
Right,
He wrote in 1981
Right.
about Wuhan 400. That there's a lab in China, Wuhan,
Right.
this
Right, right,
Wuhan, that they do all that R&D development in, and that there was going to be an outbreak from that lab, and they're going to call it Wuhan 400. And weirdly enough, we had it. Now here you have a president, a sitting president, who his whole administration, his whole thing was to dismantle any and everything Obama put together. Black
Right.
president.
Right.
You know, he complained about Obama golfing, going on one golf trip, but this man had been golfing 286 days. 286 days out of the year.
Right.
And he dismantled the CDC, part of the CDC took away funding, everything that Obama had put in place that Obama had learned from Bush when they dealt with swine flu
Right, right.
and all that, Ebola.
Right.
Because we had Ebola outbreak, what, 2 or 3 times?
Oh yeah.
But they stopped it when he put things in place where we will go to where it is and we'll deal with it.
And deal with it right there.
Deal with it right there. Quarantine off, deal with it right there and now.
Exactly.
And this man totally dismantled it, you know, for whatever, being against a true Republican where it's all about your money and lining your pockets and cutting corners.
Exactly.
This man done cut corners and done created a pandemic. When Obama was president, we had Ebola, we had another flu epidemic.
Right, right. SARS.
SARS.
Yeah, SARS.
And we had no pressure like this.
Exactly.
There was no closing of anything.
Exactly.
And we had thousands of people died across the globe, but there was no panic.
Right.
This dude here has to be on TV every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes.
Right.
Telling you the same lie over and over again. That we're handling it. We're handling it.
Exactly.
We got the vaccines, we're gonna have the cure. You can't kill a virus. You can't cure it.
Yeah.
You can't kill it.
Yeah, exactly. And see, the thing about it is, another thing that's a misconception is this virus is very similar. The reason why they're having problems controlling and dealing with this virus is because it's just like the HIV virus when it first came out. It's a mutating virus. As soon as they hit it with something, it changed into something else and grow. So it mutates. So you got to know nothing in nature does that. So
Not
you
that
got
rapidly.
to know, exactly.
Not that
So you
rapidly.
got to know that it's a man-made virus. Just like I tell anybody, HIV is a man-made virus. I don't care what nobody say. They
Yeah,
talking about you got that from monkeys and all. That's a lie.
That's a lie. 'Cause the monkeys didn't have it.
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm.
Can I run down some of these comments real quick?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, just so that voice can be heard. Harold Hill,
Yeah, that's my kinfolk.
he was just saying, hey, what's up, Queen, JD,
What's happening, cousin?
Lord Wade, well, hey, cousin out here in Fresno, talking about the book, Miss Jarrell Queen. That book was out in 1981.
Yeah.
One person on there mentioned something about the post office having 19, whatever. I'm assuming she meant the post office she worked at having 19 cases left.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's real.
If I'm quoting you incorrectly or whatever, just
Yeah, please chime back in.
But
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. But see that, and I want to commend the mail carriers and all of these civil servants,
Our first responders.
our first responders, and all that, because they have to deal with these people
Right.
hand-to-hand combat, so to speak.
Right.
So y'all make sure that y'all keep them in your prayers, and we just want to say thank y'all wholeheartedly for how you're handling this situation. But anyway, I appreciate you guys for coming out.
Oh, for sure.
My panel, again, that's Steve O from the Clark. We got Big Reg O from Chickahoe, Texas, Sunnyside. We got Reverend KJ from Siggity South Vegas. And of course, you got JD, your host with the most, as they say, I guess. But from 8100, no, well, hush your mouth now. That's blasphemy. 8100 block of Herschelwood, baby. Home of the players and pimps and the hustlers. But anyway, we got grown man on this night, and I want to appreciate my fellas for coming out and chopping it up, grown man style. Again, we see you next week here on JD's Man Cave. Appreciate your comments. See y'all.